checking if I got some flowers. So, hi, Sandra Crathern, Inner Vision Health and Wellbeing Tips for the week. And I've just got back from America. You may or may not have noticed that I didn't put a vlog on last week because I'm told it's not a great idea to tell people where you're going constantly on social media because of, negative stuff, people coming around and getting robbed or blah, blah, blah. Not that I'm really that fearful, but I thought, you know what, I'm not going to do one and just see if anyone complains. And nobody did. So today I'm doing one with my hair up. Most people know I like to dress just a certain way. And I thought, I'm looking at burnout so much more and more at the moment. And that's what I'm going to be talking about. I've talked about something similar recently. And I have thought about what is the definition of burnout. Well, I had a little look and it says exhaustion of physical or emotional strength or motivation, usually as a result of prolonged stress or frustration. And many people look at burnout as just in the workplace. But you can have burnout whether you're in the workplace or in your home life. And I am working with a lot of people that seem to be so stressed. Just had a little Google and I think it said 89% of people in the USA in the workplace are burnt out, whereas I'm seeing a massive amount of people that just are exhausted and stressed and have got so much on their to-do list. So how can we avoid that? I've recently mentioned about a client that I've been working with who's very successful, but there's almost like an addiction to burnout, I think, where they're not intentionally addicted to burning out, but they seem to be addicted to do the to-do list, whether it's at work or at home, and it's just constant. And it builds up sort of a level of anxiety that is just people almost get used to it, I think. So what can we do about it? Well, I think first of all, the most important thing is identify it. Identify that you are doing that much, trying to fit that much in a day that's only that long. That's part of the reason why I didn't wash and blow dry my hair today, because I've got quite a busy schedule and I thought, actually, I can do it tomorrow. It's okay. So first of all, I think identify that you've got issues, whether it be at home or at work, and just take a breath. I mean, breath work is so, so powerful. I can't tell you how much just stopping and taking a few deep breaths is not only physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually grounding, but also gives our body the chance to just get out of that constant rev. So first of all, identify it. And most people know that they've got so much to do on their to-do list or stressed out at work, but they just continue until something happens. Your body will communicate to you and something will happen. You'll either find you're not sleeping, you'll have stomach issues. A lot of people have irritable bowel syndrome as partly because of stress. Well, stress is the underlying root cause of everything, I believe, and so do many doctors now. In fact, I don't know, one of my clients recently went to a doctor and said, I'm overwhelmed, da da da. And he said he signed them off and said about stress and said it is an epidemic, really. It's an epidemic now. And also burnout is a direct result of so much stress. So identify that you've got it. Allow yourself to take a deep breath and actually look at the enormity of it. I have got a lot to do this week, and I think that one of the key things for me is to look ahead and actually chunk things down. In coaching, often we talk about chunking things down. So how can you actually reduce the amount of things you've got so that you can manage doing them in a manageable time? And work with somebody. It's not always easy to do that on our own. I'm working with lots and lots of people now that have got a certain level of stress that could bring them burnout. They've either had burnout or they are sort of on the way unless they do something different. So invest in your health. It is the most important thing to invest in, is our health. And that's just not saying come and see me. See anybody, whether it be a counsellor or a coach or a psychotherapist or a organiser, anybody who can help you to just slow down, because burnout is a very distressing condition to have to suffer physically, emotionally, and mentally. I really hope that you first of all identify that you've got some challenges in that direction. Maybe take some deep breaths and start to look at what you can do different. What could you do differently? Einstein said the definition of madness is to repeat the same behaviour and expect a different result. So I show you myself, expose myself with my hair not in the best place that I want to have it. But I want to avoid a burnout. I don't want to have so much to do that I'm not smelling the roses. I'm going to yoga now on my bicycle. And I want to enjoy my life. We want pleasure and enjoyment, don't we? So, I'd really love to speak with you if you'd like to really deal with your burnout, or if you're headed for burnout. And if you're not, well, now is the most important time to avoid it, because the whole of the world seems to be very, very stressed, and many people are suffering either at home or in the workplace with burnout. So I hope you have a great week. And I really look forward to reconnecting with you next week.